class. Welcome to your video lecture. Obviously I can't be there today, but we're supposed to go over something kind of important. So I thought I would just film this lecture from my house. That way I get the awesome benefit of being able to teach in my sweatpants. So for this lesson, you need the dramatic speeches packet. So you should have something like this, Cornell Notes, and it is attached to this practice, which you're going to be doing with a partner once we're done with this lecture. So at the bottom here of your Cornell Notes, where you typically will do a summary, I would like you to put your questions here. Now, here's the beauty of this. If you are inspired with any questions while we're doing this lecture, you can pause this at any point. But you write your 3 questions down there at the bottom. So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is dramatic speeches. Dramatic speeches, so we've been doing drama, that is theater. We've been talking about theater for weeks now. So this is in theater when characters have extended dialogue, when they have these really long lines of dialogue like we've been seeing from our main characters, especially our characters like Mercutio. And in Shakespeare, there's 3 types of dramatic speeches that we ourselves are concerned with: the soliloquy, the monologue, and the aside. And remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause this so that you can catch up, okay? All right, the first one we're going to talk about is soliloquy. Now, soliloquy is a character communicates thoughts directly to the audience. Now, this is as if the audience is listening directly to the character's thoughts. So we've seen this in the examples of Juliet talking about her feelings about Romeo on the balcony. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? A rose by any other name smells as sweet. That whole speech, she's just sort of speaking her thoughts out loud. She's not really talking to anybody. It's not a conversation. It's for the audience's benefit, so that we get an insight into how the character is thinking. Like when Friar Lawrence, when we first meet Friar Lawrence, he's in his cell and he's working with his plants and he's talking about this one flower, this one metaphor about this flower. Oh, you remember that flower who, if you smell it, it makes you feel good, but if you eat it, it's poisonous. Like it has the potential to be very good or the potential to be very bad, depending on who's using it. So those are soliloquies. It just gives the audience a lot more information. The next thing we're going to talk about is called an aside. So these are little comments a character makes directly to the audience or to him or herself. It's just like a soliloquy, but it's very short and usually just for comedic effect. Like think about how Deadpool make those quick little jokes to the audience, breaking the fourth wall. Those are asides. Those are from Shakespeare. So we see Romeo when he's overhearing Juliet speaking and she doesn't know he's listening to him. He says, "Oh, should I speak at this? I don't know." Okay, so that is it. Those are your notes for today. And you're going to move on to the practice now. There is some dialogue here. So you're going to need to work with a partner. You're going to need to have somebody read The Rocket. So this is about Crane and Duck and Biff and Rocket. So there's 4 parts. You're going to break up these parts between you guys. There's also somebody needs to read stage directions. So when everybody's ready, not everyone's going to finish these notes at the same time. Just if you finish early, please read over the directions so you will know what to do. And get to read them 2-3 times, just so everybody can catch up and you're going to be the one who knows exactly what to do. That would be very helpful. So you're going to answer questions like identify an example of dialogue in the scene. Remember, dialogue is kind of the umbrella. All these are different types of dialogue. So it's if you can make the distinction between stage directions and dialogue, where we went over stage directions before, stage directions and dialogue work together to paint a picture of the scene. You can answer questions like which line begins a monologue in a scene. So you're going to be asked to identify what a monologue is, what a soliloquy is, and what an aside is. Okay? If you need me, text me on Remind. I am on campus today, so if you have an emergency, I am on campus, so just text me, and I will see you guys later. Do your work. Love you guys.